Hello my dear friends, you're watching Cross Stitch with Luda. In today's video I would like to show you my progress on my balloons glow. They're behind me. I have to take them out of hoops. I want to show you my progress. Also I want to answer some questions I have on my latest video in my comments. I would love to answer you, and just want to show you how I look because I know you prefer to see me in person. And I do like it too. Even I'm stitching while I'm watching some floss tubers. I still would like to see how they look like today, what kind of makeup they're wearing, what their what dress they have. Actually, if you're interested, I would like to show you my new dress my husband bought for me. This is quite nice. Oh, sorry. I'll move a chair so you can see. This is pretty dress I've got from Thailand. I love dresses, I collect them as well. Besides, I do collect cross stitch. I love some jewelry, I love dresses. I have maybe over than 500 dresses in my collection. But video not about dresses, I just want to show you, because sometimes I see some of my favorite tubers, they show in their dress of the day or what they're wearing. It's so cool to see it. And this is not expensive dress, but the quality is amazing. I told my husband, you have to buy me this dress because I love it, I love it, I love it. And it's reminded me of some Lanarte kits of watercolor designs. Anyway, so on my latest video I've got lots of comments, guys. Thank you so much. If you like this kind of videos, I'll do them more often, stitch with me, or I will be doing half. Let's say half of the video I will show you what I'm stitching, because now I'll be stitching not many designs at one time, so I won't have much to show you, but I would love to talk to you as well. So I think it will be okay if I will show you in the first part of the video my stitching progress, and in my second video I'll be showing or some techniques you want to know how I do, or I just will talk about everything with you. I hope you will be okay with that, right? Okay, so I will change my camera and I'll show you my progress. Stay tuned. Bye. Hello my dear friends, this is Cross Stitch with Luda. In today's video I want to show you my progress on balloons glow or balloon glow from Dimensions. I still keep the cover page, even it's hard for me because I like to throw away my stuff when I'm stitching. I cut the preview and then I throw away. This design you can buy, it's not out of print, it's a regular design from Dimensions. So if you like it, you better get it now before it's out of print, because Dimensions like to take out that pretty designs from production. So this is what I've stitched so far. It's more than half, and I completed almost all the crosses, and the upper part will be easy, same like I stitch this one. It's very fast, and because of half stitches, it's maybe will take another week and it will be done. And so I would like to show you my threads. I think I use more than I thought, but because you use lots of threads in half stitches, that's why I don't have much. So you have to be very careful when you stitch it, and if you do mistake, pay attention, because some of your threads can run out. Even the additional threads I give it to you, there, look, very few of them. And because I do continental stitch instead of half stitch, I use more than I supposed to use. And let me show you the key of this kit. Here lots of half stitch, which is cool. I like to stitch with half stitch because you have a progress faster than with crosses. And there are some mixed threads, not mixed, blends. Here all the combination colors. And this kit doesn't have much backstitch as others. It's very easy. Also, there are some French knots. I'll be doing them after I complete my project. I always do them at the end, but half stitches and backstitch I do as I go. Lately I do it like that. But if you don't like to do them as you go, better to make them after you wash your design, after you wash your work, because sometimes it can shrink and your backstitch will not be as won't be the same shape. I want to show you closer all my work I've done so far. It's a little bit heavy because of the amount of half stitch. I like that bridge. It was a little bit hard to stitch compared to the rest of the design because of the colors, I guess. Or maybe because I made mistake, that's why. Usually if I make mistake, I would say it's difficult. But the rest is very, very easy. And the colors makes this design easy as well, because it's all bright. There is not much gray and brown. I don't like stitch yellow, dark yellow, but here just a little bit, and when it's few stitches with yellow, it's okay. I like it. I did not finish the whole balloon here, but I'm going to. I just love these colors, and I love the amount of half stitch. It makes your design very realistic. All these trees, and so much fun when you stitch houses. They're not going fast, but it's really so much fun. Also, I would not advise to replace Aida on this kit. I know lots of you like to stitch on linen or even weave, because the amount of half stitch here, your work maybe will be too heavy for the linen. But there are very, very few stitches will be visible on your work. Your Aida will be visible over here. You don't stitch here, here, and right here, this area. The rest is full coverage. So I would like to complete this part now, and then I would go up. I have to finish all these crosses. This is all half stitches. Obviously balloons you stitch with crosses, and the sky it will be just half stitches. It will go very, very fast. So I'm looking forward to complete this part. I have like a week, and this will be another week for other balloons. Designer Nikki Bomi, she made lots of designs for dimensions. Also she made some designs for Bootzilla, and I would love to stitch balloons from Bootzilla. They're very, very pretty, but I can't find them anymore, and maybe I will be lucky enough to buy some leftovers, I don't know. But I like Bootzilla just as much as I like Dimensions kit, because Bootzilla has less bright colors and they're more realistic. I like it so much. But that's it about my report, about my WIP. I want to answer your questions while I'm stitching. Just wanted to show you how it's going. And if I put my hand, it's pretty big design. If you look from far, it's really, really nice. Can't wait to get it done.
trust me, you're gonna enjoy this ride. And I would focus the camera that way.
Okay, I will. I wanna share with you my temporal stitching place, my spot. I stitch sometimes on a bed and sometimes I stitch next to the window. I don't need to use my light if I'm next to the window, but if I'm laying on a bed, because I like when my legs are straight, I need to use light, and I have constantly charging that light, so I'm trying to stitch as maximum as possible next to the window. All my stuff for the kid here, I put a pillow on my knee and I stitch this way. Also I have my food here, I like flowers, so I took this vase from the table. They brought us room service, but I took it because I like to look at flowers. My coffee here, and our view from the window. You can see cloud is coming. Sometimes it's white. You look outside and it's just white. At it's from 3 to 5 p.m. Sometimes there is a sun during this time, like 15 minutes, but the rest weather is like that. Clouds coming and going. I go outside for a walk. I don't like to walk indoors, but we have a huge mall here and it's fun to go there, especially if you like shopping. But I like to walk where they sell coconut. I might will go get one today. I don't like durian because of the smell, but some people love it and they eat it all the time. As you can see, they promote it. Durian. You're not allowed to bring it inside the hotel. Sometimes they really pack it for you so it won't smell. But I don't know, once you open it in a room, it will smell. I saw in Thailand in one of hotels, it was a fine, I think almost like $100 if you bring inside the durian. Yeah, but this is a book I'm reading, and I've been talking about this book. I'm reading second time. This book is about North Korea. First time I read that book online on my phone, but I like real books. I don't like electronic books. I mean, if there is no other way I would read, but this is the way I prefer to read my books. It's very easy to read for me, this book. There are not much words I have to translate into Russian. Yeah, but that's it. You see, I put some needles inside the pillow. Okay guys, now I wanna stitch with you, and I'm working on the same project because my plan was to finish 3 dimensions kits. This is the second one. I mean, in 2019 I tried to finish every single year at least 3 dimensions kits because they're quite big, and I motivate myself this way, at least 3. So I'm working now on this part, and I have left this corner, and I don't think it will be difficult because balloons are easier than these ones, and yeah, there are lots of half crosses right there. So I have some questions from you, and I decided a little bit bored, why not to answer your questions. And sometimes I'm really happy to have YouTube channel because I feel like I'm talking to you in person. And the question was from Karen: what do I do if I lose my stitching bug? So I had experienced that, of course, after being stitching so many years and have all these ups and downs. I think it's impossible to have the same mood. And people who will tell you that they never lose stitching bug, they probably just started stitching. But ask people who are stitching for many years, more than 10, they will tell you they obviously had their ups and downs. So what do? I noticed that when I'm stitching the same kit or the same design, and I had it many times, because first 10 years I was stitching only one project, so I didn't even have any cross stitch stash. So I don't know if you remember, I told you that first 10 years I would stitch something, then I go to the store and I buy new kit. To me it was special day, because first you're happy you complete your work, and then you have a chance to go and buy another kit. And believe me, I did not know that you can buy two kits and have one in your cabinet. I thought it's not the way it works. I wish I did not know that people have in their stash more than 500 kits. And when I've heard it first time in United States, some ladies having lots of kits, and they're older than me, I was thinking, this is insane. How is it possible? Because that time I had lots of dimensions kits, and but I don't know. I think I brought to United States about 14 kilo of cross stitch. It was all my stash, because I did not know. When we go back to Ukraine, if you ever go back to Ukraine, or we go to another country straight after, and I wanted to have all my kits, so I change projects whenever I want to. I mean, I will have a chance to choose a design I like. But when I've heard people having more than 500 kits, I was like, it's not normal, it's not healthy. I think now I'm close to that number with charts, because I have not all collection of Mirabilia, but more than 100 kits, I think, or kits, charts. Wait, let me see if you can see how I stitch. Maybe I'll make it closer. So about 100 charts Mirabilia. Then I have some samplers, and obviously I have lots of dimensions kits. And dimensions kits are going very slow. I mean, I stitch very slow. If you count, I have 3. So my goal was 3 big dimensions gold collection. Sorry for not telling you this in the beginning, because I don't count my small petites gold collection or just regular collection. You stitch it pretty fast than normal big dimensions gold. They're really going so slow in my hands. Sometimes I stitch more than 2 months, but on average it takes like 2 months of stitching dimensions kit without have another project. So if I only stitch dimensions gold collection kit, it takes me 2 months. So let's go back to current question. So what do? So before, I can't say I was losing my stitching back often, but I did. And now I would advise you to change your project, to take another completely different one, the one you will experience different emotions and feelings and probably threads. Will try something new. It always helps. But usually sometimes we are tired, and just take a break from stitching. Go on vacation if you have a chance, or just go visit your friend, or do something out of your comfortable zone, and you will feel you miss something, and you will go back to stitching. But don't take big break, because then it's really difficult to come back to stitching. I don't know what else to advise. I have stitching friends. When I'm bored, I'm talking to them, or whenever I have a chance, I'm talking to them. And usually we talk every day. We have a group chat. Also, if you have LNS store, it will be wonderful to go there and talk to other stitchers. But the best way to have your stitching back It's shopping, cross stitch shopping. I love shopping, but it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. I spend this months a lot because new Mirabilia came out, and I promised myself I'll be better and better, but I just, no, I could not resist. Also, I have way too many WIPs now, but honestly, they don't bother me. I know slowly I'll finish them, and I'm happy I have them. I'm happy I started them. It was wonderful experience, and yeah, not a problem. I'll start another one. Maybe I will be doing this way. I'll finish 2 projects, I'll add new one, because why not? And what else I want to tell you, that I miss stitching samplers. I miss a lot, but the problem is I would start lots of from my stash. I have charts, I don't have threads, I don't have fabric, or I have fabric and threads. Oh no, I have opposite. I have chart and threads, or chart and fabric. Most of the time I will have just chart, and that samplers I want to start. I have to wait 3-4 months for threads, and I think slowly I'll be buying these threads for the next year, because this year obviously I will not be able to start anything new, because I'll start my Mirabilia, and also I want to have some finishes for this year. But I have 1 primitive started and 2 samplers, so maybe I will go back. If I will not get my Mirabilia on time, I will continue on stitching my sampler Cove Midnight in the Garden. There are a little bit left, and it will take no time to finish it, and I'm just now like I feel I miss samplers. So again, change your routine, change your projects, not massively like I am, but take one. If you stitch, let's say, a sampler, take either Mirabilia or something full coverage. It will be fun, and don't wait till that point that you don't want to stitch anymore this project. Like you have to stitch, you know, like it's not like you want to stitch, oh I have to stitch this, or I have to finish it. Then it's not good. Just leave this project, start another one, have fun. I'm very sure I will not finish all my cross-stitch kits and charts, but I always can sell them, or just be happy earning them, having them in my stash. Yeah, that was a question from Karen. Another question I had from Belinda. She asked me, what do I like more, stitching or beading? She meant probably Mirabilias. You know, sometimes I feel I want to add some beads, and I did not even start Mirabilia yet. And sometimes I feel I don't want to do beads, so I leave this project and I stitch something, and I know there are very little left on Mirabilia, and I will go and finish it. And once I'm beading, I enjoy beading a lot. So it's really hard to say what I like more, but I do love stitching in general, and sometimes I don't want to do any back stitch, so I just stitch till the point I wanna do it, or I'm ready to do it. And I prefer to do back stitch now as I go, because to me it doesn't matter if I stitch crosses or I do back stitch, but mentally when I finish my Dimensions Gold collection, I completed this kit and I did not have back stitch yet, so I have to do that back stitch. Sometimes it takes more than 7 days, and I'm talking about stitching more than 5 hours a day. Imagine how much back stitch you will have at the end. You will have nausea after. And I've stitched parrot tulips. I remember there were lots of back stitch, but it wasn't that difficult. Some people say, oh, it is lots of back stitch. No, when you do it slowly, and I remember that time I just tried, first time in my life, a Dimensions kit, We were living in Las Vegas back then. I remember first time I tried to do backstitch as I go, and I did backstitch on 2 tulips. And when I was doing this backstitch, like, oh, it's so nice to have something done. It's so nice to have some flowers backstitched already, so I don't have to do it again. And then I realized that it's fun if I'll do some stitches, some half stitches, and I will do backstitch. It's not much, and then you enjoy it. And before I did not like backstitch, but then I started to enjoy it. Also, you see right away that your piece, let's say on that area, will be completed, and you will see the whole beauty. It will be beautiful anyway without backstitch, but with a backstitch it will be brighter, it will be completed. Yeah, so it's all depends on my mood. Sometimes I want to add beads, sometimes I want to stitch, sometimes I want samplers, sometimes I want dimensions. And believe me, before I started this kit, I was dying to stitch dimensions. I was like, I miss dimensions. But now I feel I need sampler. It came even till that point that I want to stitch till the end of the year just samplers. I have 3 completed. I mean, I have all the materials for them. I have few started. We'll see. I definitely have to finish at least 1 sampler. So my plan for the year always have to finish 3-dimension kits, big gold collection, and at least 1 sampler. 2 will be perfect. And obviously lots of Mirabilia and maybe Russian designed kits. I love them. They're so good now, and believe me, I just watched one video. There is one Ukrainian lady. She now lives in the United States, but I think she's missing her country and she's ordering some Russian designs. I mean, Russia, Ukraine, we're all the same. I mean, the same in the choice of cross stitch. And I found like few of them I would love to stitch. Like, they're really pretty. And yeah, so I like to have variety of cross stitch kits. What else I want to tell you? We have few days left in Malaysia. Then we're gonna fly to Hong Kong. And the flight is not the best one, because we flew last time to Hong Kong. It took 4 hours. Also, our plane was delayed. And people just too loud in Asian destinations. And yeah, it's okay. It's just bumpy. It's just a little bit scary for us to fly over Asia, especially then we fly over Japan. We want to stop in South Korea for a few days, but then some problems with the tickets, and we change our destination. So I want to complete this corner. Maybe okay, we flying on Saturday, and today is what, Thursday. So I have 2 days to complete this corner. I hope I will stitch more than that. But I do exercise in the evening with my husband. Actually, I've hurt my back. I mean, I stretch it a lot, and he gave me difficult exercises. And also he feel pain in his back. And I'll be this year 37 in November, and I just want to be more active in my life, and I want to have not fit body, but I want to have some muscle tone, because lately I'm lazy to do any exercises. So I love when we're going together, me and my husband, to the gym, or I wish we had some tennis court, but it's a little bit far from where we live, and by the time you'll get there you will be hungry. And also, no, I like when things are close to our house, so you don't have time to doubt yourself. You're going quickly. Okay, let me answer another question from Kyle. And he asked me, why don't I stitch, or would I stitch height, or why don't I stitch height? Because I have full coverage kits, and there are a few reasons why I don't stitch height. First one, because I have lots of kits in my stash, and if I have to stitch height, it will take me years to finish it, because obviously I don't stitch anymore one project at a time, and this is the main reason why I don't. Second reason, I have kitted golden kite, and why I did not finish here. Yeah, because of that. Also, my husband's favorite height of all times, I remember I just started watching YouTube. There is a, oh, I don't know if you see all what I was doing. Let me put on pause. Okay, sorry for stopping my camera, because I had a notification that I don't have any memory on my phone, and I wanted to transfer my video to the laptop, and I could not find a cable, so it took like a few hours for me. I don't like to lose some stuff, so I have to go and buy an Apple Store now. Anyway, about height chart, there is a 4 seasons. You know that picture where it actually looks like mandala, but it's really pretty design. So my husband waiting for this design. I don't know, I might will stitch one day, but out of all height, I think it's one of my favorite as well, because some designs I really like to see, but I don't think I would like to stitch. I would say that. Again, I don't know when it will happen, maybe not, I don't know, but it was stitched many times. I remember 2015, I've seen few finishes at least, and I think this video will be way too long. I think I'm gonna stop, and I will answer other questions. And the last question for today, about reprinted charts, kits from Dimensions for Russia only. Yeah, there are lots of them being reprinted now, and some of them were more than $250 on eBay last year, but since they're reprinting now, prices dropped a lot on kits from Dimensions, but there are some of them which I don't think they will ever reprint because of the copyrights. And if you looking for some kits which are rare or out of print, just go to any Russian store and see what they're selling, because lots of them now shipping internationally, and you can buy your kit without spending hundreds of dollars. Also, their shipping price are really good. Like, let's say I was ordering from My Bobbin, their shipping was like $6. Sometimes to ship something from United States, inside the United States, it's more expensive. I would advise you to look at this option as well. Maybe you would like other kits. They have lots of new companies now. I am really late to follow all of them, but they have nice designs, including samplers. They're popular now in Russia. I did not want to finish my video on negative experience with eBay, but sorry, but I had a wish. I have lots of wishes, but you know, I collect chestnut pins, and I almost have them all now, and some of them extremely rare, impossible to buy anywhere. Because I'm collecting them for the past 3 years and a half, and when I started collecting them, not much people were buying them. I just like some of pins, and I like to have some stuff for the not decoration, but just it's my small inspiration to have all that beautiful scissors, beautiful pins. It's just something I like. I can't explain to you, but I do love. Some people don't understand that. And I was buying them for $10, $12. I don't know what was the price back then. And appears now they're extremely expensive. And thank you to all my friends who helped me to get them for reasonable price, because I would not spend $50, $60 on just one pin, even I really desire. But there are some other stuff I would better spend money than needle with a Chinese charm. And I know in Ukraine there is another girl. She makes the same, exactly the same pins with the same charms, but quality of her needle, it's much better than just nan. To me, I just like to have original pin, even I've got some from her and they're better quality again, I would repeat. But you know, to own something original, it's different feelings. Some people understand, some people don't. Anyway, I would not argue about that. I found some pins I did not have, and I like, okay, I've got all my collection almost for the original price. Maybe I would overpay now, especially there is a Biscarnu. I love everything like Biscarnu and stuff like that you use for your stitching table. I just don't have table now, and even I'll stitch that Biscarnu with the pins, because I sell that pins only with Biscarnu. I don't know where I'll use it. I mean, it will be dusty anyway. If I had a table or a stitching corner or something like that, yes, then it's different, but I don't have, not yet. And I asked a seller if it's a kit. It was more than $100, $119. If this kit completed, like fabric there, thread there, everything. And because some people just sell chart and pins, and I decided if I will pay that price, I wanna pay for everything in there, because it's more than double what they were selling on silver needle. And then 2 years ago on eBay, oh not 2 years, last year they sell for $60-$70 on eBay. It wasn't the right time for me to buy something like that. So she told me, yes, there is a fabric, but she did not say anything about threads. It's okay, maybe there were not threads. And the next message I've got from her: sorry, I increase the price because I will not make any profit. And that charts and Biscarnu was there for at least more than a week. I was like once happy than everything inside, and then I was so mad, and I decided not be crazy, and this is really lots of money for just 5 needles with the Chinese charms. And I said, okay, I'm not gonna buy. I was really angry that day. My mood was, I don't know, it's not a reason to be angry, but I was angry because this just 5 pins I need to add to my collection. I'll have all, but it's okay. I'll find one day. I hope I will. And for you, I would advise you triple check prices on eBay. Sometimes they really overprice, and I don't want you to overpay. So if you need my advice, feel free to connect me on Instagram better, because sometimes I don't see your comments, guys, and I really feel bad if I don't answer some of comments under my video. That's why I don't reply to you straight away always. I would wait, and then I see all the comments and I will answer. And I want to show you where I'm stitching now. I hope you would like it. And now I have to go and buy that cable because I record the video for Russian floss tube in this room, and it was here. Maybe a maid came to clean the room and accidentally she saw away. I don't know. I'll see. Maybe my husband will come back and he has in his bag, but it's okay. It's not a big problem. I wish you all the best. I hope if you will lose your stitching bug, you will watch my videos and you will be back. And please feel free to ask me any questions. I will reply to them in my videos. And if I did not reply to one of your questions, it means I did not see it, and I'm very sorry about that. Okay, guys, it was fun to hang out with you, and really I enjoyed that video because I now don't have anyone to talk to than my husband. And it's fun to have you, because answering all to your comments, I feel we are connected and we are close to each other. Thank you again. Subscribe my channel if you are new, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye bye.